Oh, there he comes, it's Disco Medieval. His face. He's got the hair. Well, this is definitely not canon. All right, well, this is Karazhan. This is normal Karazhan. This is this is what Karazhan is meant to look like. As you can see, it is a completely terrifying, spooky castle of dreadful ghosts and magical goblins and things. Okay, I'm just gonna break down the individual parts. Okay, so first of all, Karazhan is located in Deadwind Pass. It's where Medivh lived, and before that it was where Medivh's mum lived. Medivh was the guardian of Tirisfal, and he was kind of the one responsible for demons and orcs entering Azeroth with ease through the Dark Portal. Him and Gul'dan. They were buddies, but they never actually met. That's Jaraxxus. That looks to me like it's supposed to be Malygos. That there is Medivh himself. That's an imp. That's a goblin. I think that's Varian, actually. I can't quite tell. And that's the curator. He's a new guy. I'll go over him in a second. And now this sequence here is a reference to the enormous ballroom that you can find in Karazhan, which is run by Morose, Medivh's dead caretaker. And usually it's full of skeletons and things, but now there's no skeletons. There's just is that a golem made of plates? Now this is the opera house, and you can tell because of the enormous organ in the background. Looks to me like that's Romulo and the Wicked Witch dancing together. Romulo and the Wicked Witch are from two of the events in the Opera House where a random opera plays. One of them is based on The Wizard of Oz, and one of them is based on Romeo and Juliet. Down there is Alarmabot, and look, there's the Elite Tauren Chieftain doing a bit of playing there. He's actually only one of the 4 Elite Tauren Chieftains. I think he's meant to be Chief Thunderskins. Oh look, it's everyone's favourite, the chess event. Now this event was a boss fight where you would play chess against a bunch of giant chess pieces by controlling your chess pieces to kill the king. Except it didn't follow the chess rules, it followed its own completely crazy rules, and famously you would fight against Medivh, and Medivh would cheat constantly. It wasn't the real Medivh, it was just an echo of Medivh, and it was definitely not a Dreadlord, just like how I am also not a Dreadlord. Reno Jackson and Finley Mergleton enjoying a nice hot tub there. They will actually appear in Legion alongside at least Starseeker, I believe, and a cow who is already in World of Warcraft, hanging around at what looks like the very top of Karazhan Tower. Hang on, back up. Remember I said I'd talk about the curator before? Well, this is the curator. It's a gigantic arcane golem that Medivh put in charge of making sure no one gets into the menagerie, his museum, without authorization. And if they don't have authorization, it just completely annihilates them using extremely sparkly magic. Everyone spotted Rafam here stealing books from Medivh, but what everyone doesn't know is that he's not the first ethereal to do that. When you go into Karazhan in the game, you find an enormous amount of ethereals all robbing the place, flat out robbing it. In fact, the books of Medivh are very interesting because if people who try to steal them all find themselves irreversibly stuck reading them forever. They just are so interested in them that they can't stop reading them, constantly looking for that one bit of information they thought they were looking for. He's not joking. He lives in a tower that is bigger on the inside, has infinitely large staircases, and no ceiling. Karazhan is actually set down, built on top of a gigantic nexus of ley lines, which are basically the magical veins of the world, which basically means it is literally the most magical place on the planet. So yes, there are some very funky magical phenomena in there. Oh yeah, this guy's a night elf, this lady's a blood elf, and Bride of Frankenstein here is a Draenei. Medivh, you smug bastard, are you making fireworks based on that one blue dragon you killed and resurrected as a horrible undead abomination? You know, the dragon that only wanted to help, who showed up and said, "Hey Medivh, I think you might be evil, please come with me, we're gonna sort this out, you'll be fine," and you were like, "Oh no, I'm just gonna burn you from the inside because I'm evil and a dick." Yet that happened. That is in poor taste, Medivh. You should respect that dragon's history during your gigantic hedonistic disco wizard party. What's happening in the canon version of Karazhan right now? Oh dear. Well, that's nowhere near as groovy.